Ryan's not here yet. He'll be here in a second. I just wanted to get on. Start. Oh, let's see. Hey.
What's up, buddy?
Let's go. Wait, I have
how do I make my screen bigger? There we go.
You're all good. This here. Sorry, I'm tweaking stuff.
Yeah.
Wait. Cool. Let's throw this up here. This chat box up here. Let me go to this. And see, we do all the things on the fly here. How's it going?
I love it. It looks good, dude.
Um.
What you just changed your camera looks better.
Sick.
I wish I had some sick, awesome shit like that.
You wish you had the gear I got. I got the gear.
Yeah, you.
Let's see. Oh, I need to get my chat window up here. That's what I need.
What do you want to do?
I had an idea.
What do we have to fall back on? Yeah.
All right, we can hang. We can talk. We can talk to chat. See what's up. I also had an idea. So this is the second time we're doing this Darren and Sam show. And we don't have any branding yet. I haven't done any of the work of like, you know, like we haven't given us a name. We haven't you know, like we don't have a logo yet. Like all this stuff is stuff we could get done with chat.
I think our name
Wait,
should be like a name.
hold on.
Wait, you think a name should be done with chat?
Wait, talk? I'm still setting them.
Check, 1, 2.
Talk? Again?
Check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Coming in.
Oh, you're still quiet. Wait.
Red and stinky.
Oh, that's why you're in this.
Yellow and soft. Brown and hard. Beige and whoa! I heard that from here.
Yeah, I don't know why what the alerts are going through. Let me. I don't like that I hear the alert sounds. We got a hype train going on. Oh, I want. Yeah, we're on. We've been on. You came on and we were already on. I just didn't have your sound set up good. I was looking at something. I was looking at oh really? Oh, that's funny. Sorry about that. What if you said something awful? Because you know sometimes when we jump on and you sometimes like start saying awful stuff.
Well, you know my whole like racial slur thing that I love to do with you.
Yeah, where you just say racial slurs all the time.
Yeah, and glad I didn't go into that shit.
All right, so there's something I noticed last night. I was, you know, picking through some stuff. We've been getting we've been getting donos. And yeah, I guess the last stream we did was the 11th, right?
It was last week, right?
I mean the last like
all of us.
All of us. So I think that it is. So I want to read the since the 11th. Take a second to read all the donos. It's not too many, but I think that, you know, they should get that recognition. So Carrie in Comedy donated $1. Didn't say anything. Bubble Bloop donated $20. Said, "Fly me to the moon, Sammy." That must have been when I was streaming. A Fat Hobo 78 donated $10. Said, "You the man, Sam." Jesse donated $5. Said, "Show feet." We're not allowed to. I think that's a TOS thing. G-Pay Conway. This is on September 17th. JP Conway. G-Pay. JP Conway donated $500 and said, "Hey guys, I can't wait for the movie. I wish I had more to give, but I'll give what I can. Thank you so much for being an inspiration to me in my filmmaking career, and I know you guys will do Trevor proud with the film." That's very exciting and so nice. JP Conway. I wish I got your name right the first time.
He lives in Conway, Arkansas.
Oh, maybe it's a guy who is a Jurassic Park fan that lives in Conway, Arkansas. I was watching what was that? I was watching something and you were like it was like an old clip from the show, and we were talking about Conway, Arkansas, and you kept on calling it Conrad, and the chat was like, "Conway, it's Conway." Jesper Lundstrom donated $10 on the 24th of September for no message. Jerry Sprinklewater donated $50. Said, Sirhan is awesome, Zach. Are there any plans for a new album?" I assume he's talking about the band that Zach used to be in and not the Assassin.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That's such a good listen to. I love that Sirhan album that they made.
There's a Sirhan album on Spotify, right?
I don't know. I just had it in my long time transferring of iPods, like digital music, ever since from the beginning, that I've just carried into every library on every.
Yeah.
So that's the one I have. I don't know if they've released something like more mastered or something like that.
I think they might have.
VHX.
Yeah. There is a Sirhan album on Spotify that is different than the one that we used to listen to. That was all like kind of like sounded like cowboy music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how is it different? Did they redo anything, or are they new songs?
I think they're. Yeah, new songs. Yeah. Sirhan. It's on Spotify.
Like Ryan or Hayes out there? Never?
I saw Hayes for a second at the memorial. Last time I had a really good hang session with those guys was, I guess, Zach's wedding, but Zach's bachelor party was a pretty fun time. And the bachelor party, yeah. We all won money in blackjack at the bachelor party.
Oh, that's fun. Was it a Vegas thing?
No, it was a Palm Springs thing, and like on the first night, we all went to like some Palm Springs casino, and so it's like, not all like the Vegas games, so pretty much like the thing to do was play blackjack, and I think Mal's pretty good at blackjack, and so he was just like directing the table the whole time, and so it was, I think there was like 5 or 6 of us, and total we won like between the 6 of us like $1,000, and which ranged from like I won like $180, and I think and I was like the lowest winner, and I think Mal won like $600 or something like that. Or I guess that math doesn't check out. That it must have been over 1,000. But like,
apparently I'm quiet, Sam. I'm like,
you're still quiet? I tried to fix that.
It's funny because I saw that when I first switched it over to Twitch that people were complaining about that, but I just completely forgot about it and ignored it.
Where is that alert? The goddamn fucking alert.
All right. All right, I'm speaking. Mom, phone. Darren has a voice. Can't hear Darren. Thank you, Darren.
Wait, talk?
It's not my headphones. I'm still quiet, but it's better.
Alright.
Frick, finally. Yeah.
Now he has an echo? Wait. Jesus. I thought I fixed it, but then I turned it down because of
Loud but echoey. What's up, garbage can't? Jesus, he says. Dude, you never been to a Darren and Sam show? Come on.
Darren and Sam shows rule.
The echo is just double Darren.
My name is Giancarlo Esposito. While I've confronted some formidable foes in my time, I now face...
What, Machuro?
What is the double
Better be good.
We keep talking?
That's right, licorice liquor. Getting that beautiful sun, that beautiful London sun, baby. You know, they say, you know, it's supposed to be like cloudy and rainy here all the time. You know, it's been blue sky. Like the whole time. It's been like LA weather. It's weird. Maybe that's in the mail. This winter.
Let me see. Keep talking? Wait, what did you say?
Check, check, 1, 2.
Let me see. Keep talking?
Check,
Wait,
check, 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 1, 2.
Check, 1, 2.
Alright, okay, cool. That's
1,
better.
2.
Much better. Alright, cool.
Alright, very good. Alright, so yeah, so we need a name.
Yeah, we need a name for a show.
The chat, we need a name for a show. What I was thinking is we should have a name that is the whole, it's kind of like our sketch, but it's a name that is trying to grab as many Twitch viewers out there who are like kind of just scrolling, looking for something.
Like the Obama sex tape?
Yeah. But then, like, as I started talking, I was like, well, that's just lame.
Because everyone will be so disappointed when they get here. Sexy Cubicle Boys. What if we called it...
Dad's fucking.
Dad's fucking. That's funny, yeah. What if we called it The Wet Zone?
Wet.
Why is that so bad?
No, that's awful.
The gushy wet time. There's nothing dirty about it. It's just gushy and wet. The show is gushy and wet.
I gotta switch over to Discord so I can see you better. What about taxes talk?
Yeah.
That's really lame. I don't know. We gotta think about it. We gotta figure it out.
Yeah. I'm trying to find what freaking thing has its volume on.
Not finished Fridays?
I
think that's a reference to your, like,
yeah,
I'm not finished.
The Cubicle Boss. What a great name for a sketch. Cubicle Boss. So descriptive. It's a guy in a cubicle talking to his boss.
Yeah, that's like we have so many sketches. We're like, the cubicle guy, the boss is in it.
The guy with hand
Cubicle boss.
sketch. Yeah.
Yeah,
This is a sketch where the guy has hands.
And it probably was like it was drawing sketch for a while, and then it became cubicle boss. If I had to guess.
Yeah.
That's always a fun one to do live.
Yeah.
And that was always fun live because Trevor would hold the poster board for us.
I remember.
And so we draw on the poster with him holding it, and he's always behind the poster holding it, and he's like just laughing the whole time. Like, so like the poster was like always shaking when you're trying to like draw on there, and you're like, stop. And of course, like when he comes out as like your boss, you know, he just like throws the poster on the ground, and
at the end he goes, "Hey!" Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember like the thing was sometimes we were on tour and Timmy would do it, and Timmy would hold the poster up, and there's just like a way that Timmy's shirts fit him where often like his shirt would like lift up past his belly button, and I would like take a moment at the beginning of the sketch, like after the lights had come on, to like tug his shirt down just a little bit. Or tug it back up.
Or you would tug it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best. Or like, it wasn't even like lifting up. You would just walk up to the board and he's holding it, and you would just lift up his shirt so you could see his belly button. And he would reach down and just pull his shirt right back down.
Yeah.
It was great. It's one of those Timmy moments where you're like, I don't know if he's mad at us or if he thought that was funny also.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of those moments.
So what should we do?
All right. Well, we didn't figure out a name. All right.
Didn't figure out a name.
Yeah, I know these. Yeah, I painted all these flowers on the wall. Like as soon as I got in to this apartment, I immediately got out the green paint and I painted disgusting looking decals on the wall.
Sick. That's a good
So
move.
anyways, I just I put an offer in on a house.
Ooh.
Today.
You're getting your own house? Oh, congrats.
Yeah. Thanks.
So where's Rachel gonna live? You're gonna move out?
I don't know. She gotta figure it out. But yeah, it's like it's like a whole building. It's like 3 floors. It's got like an outside patio. It's cool. Yeah, we're not buying, we're renting. So when you have to put an offer in on the rent here, or a letting. You let here, not rent, I guess.
Is it still in Tottenham?
Yeah. It's funny because it's like we went a little bit deeper into Tottenham, and we went to see an apartment, and she was the realtor before we walked into the place. She was like, "So where are you living now?" And we're like, "Oh, we're in Tottenham." And she's like, "Oh dear." And you know about Tottenham, right? And we were like, "No, what?" And she's like, "Oh dear." And she's like, "Come on in, let's go see this apartment." And the apartment was absolute garbage shit. Like the most disgusting. You'd have to pay me to actually live in this apartment. It was so disgusting.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Okay, so can you tell me about Tottenham? So so there's this hate surrounding Tottenham, and so I went online to look like why do people hate Tottenham so much? And it just everything was soccer. Like absolutely any kind of blog, anything was because of soccer. Like the soccer league Tottenham people despise here. So
yeah, I mean Harry Kane's on Tottenham though. He's like He's like the captain of the British national team.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Other than that, it's cool. We like it.
Yeah.
Who is it? Who's calling?
It's Danielle.
Is it your mom?
Yeah, hold on, wait. Hey Danielle, you're on stream.
Uh-oh. Am I really?
Oh, hey
Yeah,
Danielle. Danielle, it's me,
no.
Darren.
Yeah, Darren said, "Hey, it's me." She can't hear you
headphones.
because I have my headphones on. Yeah.
Oh, hi, Aaron.
Darren.
Darren.
Oh, Darren. Oh, Darren.
Sexy Darren.
It's.
Good times.
He said it's sexy Darren.
Sexy Darren. I didn't know that. that he knew that. That's so embarrassing. Well, yes. Hi, sexy Darren.
Hey, Danny.
He said, "Hey, Danny." Danielle,
Yeah.
I am so sorry about our mutual friend who just passed.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry about our mutual friend that just passed.
Yeah. I just want to, I was thinking, I didn't get a chance to tell you this, but why don't you hang on to Flicka till Sunday?
Oh, that would be awesome.
Because I know that, like, it must be tough, and...
Thank you so much, Sam. I really appreciate that.
No worries. Nope, just kidding, prank. You gotta bring Flicka back right now.
Oh no!
No,
That's terrible.
no, that was the joke. That was the prank right there. It was
That
this
was the fun part.
psycho.
I was like, that's
I was
a
like,
pretty
what?
terrible
What
joke.
is going on?
No.
I'm like,
I was like, has
remember
Sam
last
not
time I was
told
streaming, you had the
told
drone
Danny?
shot?
What? What'd you say, Danny?
I said last time that you were streaming and that I called in or whatever happened, you told me that you had a drone shot that was following me, like a drone camera that was getting coverage, and there was like a small part of me that thought that maybe that was actually happening. A very, very, very small part. Like
You believed it. You believed it.
0.5%, where I considered it.
How's Flicka doing?
She's doing fantastic.
Cool. Well, I would love to hang out with her, but I think she would be better served spending time with you right now.
We appreciate that.
So Sunday, okay?
Okay, Sunday sounds like a plan.
All right.
All right. Well, have a good stream.
All right. Feel better. So sorry again.
Thank you, Sam. I really appreciate that. You too.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
No. There was a girl from the Pack Theater. She was in my first sketch class, and she passed last night.
Oh, why?
A
What
mutual
happened?
cancer.
Oh, jeez. That sucks. Is it like breast or liver or pancreas? Do you know?
I forget exactly what type, but
I'm
yeah.
sorry, man.
It's sad, yeah. It's things have been sad lately, so what's funny is last night I hung out with Sean Perlman and Sean O'Connor and Joe Chandler, but like me and Sean were talking about, oh man, it was really tough because like Trevor's memorial was one night, and then the next night was Neil Mahoney's, who's this guy who's in the comedy scene here. He's an edited like Key and Peele and Drunk History, and the guy Sean Perlman, who we were having lunch with, went, Neil Mahoney died, and it's not that he didn't know, it's that Neil Mahoney died months ago and he'd completely like forgotten because it was so long ago.
Right.
And this was just the memorial got pushed because of COVID.
Got it. Have you can you talk about the memorial some? Like, cause I wasn't
Sure.
able to be there, so I sent in a video. But like, how was it? Like,
It was good.
who was there? What was it like?
Your video was very poorly received. People found it offensive. A lot of people walked out and kind of were
Oh,
like,
jeez.
"Ooh, how could he?"
I had a feeling when I hit send, I was like, oh.
No, your video did great. Any sexy memorial stories? It was good. It was a lot of fun. It was, a lot of good, funny stories. Actually, Adomian just texted me a picture of me at the memorial.
And he did a character, right?
He did a character bit. Yeah, he did like a conspiracy theorist, like what's his name?
Donald Sutherland.
Donald Sutherland from JFK, like blowing the lid off the whole Trevor conspiracy, being like the government got him, but it was fun.
Adomian and Trevor had like the strangest relationship. Like I would listen to them talk and I'd be like, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah,
Like Trevor would be talking about like nukes underground, and then Adomian would be like, yeah, because the Chinese and blah blah blah. And
yeah.
I'm just like, what are you? You're not even like
It's
you're not even tit for tat making
yeah.
responsive conversation to each
It
other.
was
It's
like
just,
they
it's insanity
didn't.
to
It's
me.
like seeing a conversation where they weren't reading the same message boards. They were reading the same kind of message boards, like complementary message boards. So they didn't have like the
Yeah.
same information. They had information that fed into each other. And it was like, now that's why everyone's crazy, because of you two.
Yeah. It's like
Um,
they were reading the information that they read on a forum, but they were different forums. They were just
Yeah.
reading it to each other,
yeah.
And yeah, it was weird. Um, yeah,
But yeah.
so Adomian did Donald Sutherland. Josh Fadem was there. Johnny
Josh
Pepperson,
Fadem was there.
Eric Andre.
This is a funny thing. Was Josh Fadem? He had this video that like, cause him and Trevor used to do a show, and he was like, his plan was he was gonna talk and then show a video and then talk some more, and everyone did like, like their bits were like on the shorter side. It was like, like 5-6 minutes a bit, and the video he had was like 6.5 minutes long, and it was like part of this show that Trevor and him did a long time ago. And the guy Tim, who was helping us produce, was like, hey, it's a little long, you might want to, it's a long show. The show was like 3 hours long, and he's like, you might want to talk to Josh about seeing if he can like edit it down, or like get like a chunk. But like, and he was like, but he doesn't have to, no worries. If it's long, it's fine. It's just, he might, want to have more momentum, and, like keep it like, and he can set it up in his speech before and then show the video. And so I talked to Josh, and I was like, yeah, like maybe just show like it's this video where they're preparing each other this food, and they eat the food, and it's like really gross food that they try and intentionally make the worst meals for each other. And I was like, maybe just do the part where you're eating the food instead of like the part where you're shopping for each other. And he's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, but you don't have to. You don't, like I'm just thinking it might flow faster that way. And then he goes up there and he goes, I got a video I want to show. Sam wanted me to cut it down, so I don't know. I hope this works. It was like,
really?
Totally threw me under the bus. And I was like, I told you
man.
didn't have to. Like, it was just a suggestion.
He didn't say, but Sam told me I didn't have to.
Well, he wasn't
I don't
like,
have to.
I mean, just like he did great. Like, it was great. He like set it up. He explained the video and explained what happened, and then showed the chunk of the video that like, and it worked, and then like had his thoughts about Trevor afterwards, and it was like, I just, you know, thought it might be long if it was like him talking for 10 minutes and then showing a 6-minute video. And yeah.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, he went with your advice, you and Tim's advice, right?
Yeah, he did. It went well, but it's just so funny. Like, and I'm not mad or anything. It's just so funny when it's like, just.
But did he come down and he was like, well, that went really well. You see, I mean, can you imagine if I stayed on for like another 5 minutes?
Yeah. Ooh.
What?
Nah, nothing.
Okay. Well, we all saw your face drop from happy to ew.
Yeah, I don't want to bum you guys out.
Okay.
That's what it's
all right.
I saw it. I was like looking through. I'm trying to like find this picture from the night, and I saw like on this thing like a Trevor text message, and so it made me sad.
Dude,
that's
you know
what that's what it was.
This week Trevor, like, I kept thinking about Trevor a lot. Like, I feel like there was, you know, the first month, and then, you know, and then it kind of like I came to England, and everything got like crazy with all this other stuff, and then everything starting to stabilize, and then I've just been thinking about Trevor a lot this week.
Yeah.
But I just miss his tweets. Like, he had a tweet every day. I check Twitter like once a day, and I check it for like 2 minutes, and then I'm off, you know. But that was just always
yeah.
He was good at. It was just like one of his hilarious tweets.
He's good at Twitter. I mean, like, if you're watching this and you're like, man, I miss Trevor, and you haven't read his Twitter, you should go and frickin' just open up his Twitter page and just go back.
So much fun.
Read all of them.
Pemberton's doing a thing where he's like collecting the best Trevor tweets, right? Like, for people to send them in.
He did a thing at the show where he took a bunch of Trevor's tweets and turned them into a song.
Oh, cool. So that was part of the memorial thing.
That was part of the memorial. Yeah.
Cool.
What was I looking for?
Is Fatum in Licorice Pizza?
I don't know. Is he supposed to be?
No, I was just curious because he was in The Master, but he got cut out. So I was wondering if he was in Licorice Pizza.
If you got like a makeup role, like,
if he got
hey, sorry you got cut out. We'll put you in the next one.
Yeah. So Josh got Paul Thomas Anderson had him because Paul Thomas Anderson would go to UCB and he would see comedy. He loves to go see comedy, and he saw Fatum, and he had a part for him in The Master. And so I want to make sure I do the story right, and Sam, if I tell it wrong, like, let me know. So, like, there was a part like with the.
Oh, Taryn just froze. This is the part of the story I think he's getting wrong. I don't even think he knows he froze. Oh no. Let me try and... what am I doing? I'm really bad at using my phone sometimes Do you guys have that, like, where you have like ADD and it just like is like impossible to like open up an app on your phone? Darren died. Don't even joke about that.
Right.
That's not. Oh, here he is.
Great story, Darren.
Darren, you disappeared.
I know. I like heard you perfectly through that whole thing,
Oh, okay.
and I watched I jumped over to Twitch. I saw I was frozen. I saw a lovely face that I was making, and I wasn't. But yeah, I don't know what happened. Am I okay now?
Yeah, you're okay now.
All right. Okay, so I don't know when I froze, but yeah. So, anyways, Paul Thomas Anderson asked Fatum to come be in The Master. And part of the movie, The Master, they're like the cult, like Philip Seymour Hoffman's like cult. They do like hypnotizing, but Paul Thomas Anderson actually
Spoiler
had,
alert.
Like,
No.
yeah.
It's
And
not,
then, but
you can't
Paul
spoil
Thomas
that
Anderson
movie.
in the movie, like he had an actual like hypnotist, like they actually do this, and had Fatum, and he was like, we're gonna like really hypnotize you, and we're gonna film it, and so the guy like he's like okay, and so he goes up and he does this thing to Josh, and he puts like Josh to sleep or whatever, and he wakes up and he's like crying, and he's like, oh, and he's like, Paul, I'm ready to shoot whenever you are. And he's like, we just shot it for like 3 minutes. And he's like, really? He's like, yeah. And they cut it. They ended up cutting it. Is that the story you heard?
I don't know if that was the version that I heard. Cause the only thing I know he like went into a trance, but I don't know if it was like specifically like a hypnotist trance or like they were going through these exercises and it was like such this kind of moment like where they were doing these like kind of programming things.
Right.
Where
maybe.
Where like I don't know if it was like this like intentional like we're gonna hypnotize you now, or a thing of like we're gonna like do this stuff and he just kind of like blacked out, or like, you know, like kind of was so into this fucking thing he yeah, I'm not sure.
But I do know like it was almost like a couple seconds. He thought like he just started the take, and he was like, I'm ready, Paul, whenever you are. And he like touched him on the shoulders like we're already done.
Yeah.
We've been shooting for like, and he had no idea he was like in a trance. That's crazy.
Did y'all watch Chappelle's new shit? No, I've heard about it. It sounds not particularly funny.
Really?
Have you heard about this?
The Closer? The Closer? Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
His last stand-up bit? I just saw the promo for it with Morgan Freeman, and I was like, eh.
That new Chappelle special was pretty solid, and then he dug himself into a hole that he never got himself out of. Wasn't offended, but it wasn't even funny. There was no joke. Yeah, I mean, that's like what I kind of heard about it, was that he really leaned into this like I think it sounded like he really leaned into being called transphobic, and like got like really like defensive about that and lost sight of his job of being funny.
That's like Timmy every writing meeting.
No, I want two people are too sensitive. That's not even spelled right. Two. It's not the right two.
Damn, we're up to like 636 viewers.
Sick. That's sick.
That's pretty good. And it's like, what time is it there?
It's like
7 o'clock at night?
3:46. in the afternoon. These are nice like afternoon streams for me.
I know, these are like our afternoon buddies. That's what it's got to be.
But it's
that's
night
like
for
the
you.
title.
Afternoon buddies. But it's night for you. Like, I mean, I think that's what's great. It's like, are there people? It's 7 on the East Coast. It's nighttime for some people.
But people here in England, none of them have internet. So like,
none of them have internet.
This is only for the U.S. market.
Did you take the internet with you?
I have what do you call it? A hotspot. I turned my phone into a hotspot.
You're just doing hotspots from England. Sick.
Yeah, and then I gotta show them like everything. I'm like, I gotta Google stuff, and they're like, Goo, and I'm like, oh god, and I have to explain all this stuff for them.
Allegra G, are you in the UK?
Is Allegra in here?
Darn, let me hear. Yeah, she is. I mean, I think it's good because it's like a.
Yeah, I wrote Allegra a note in Discord.
I think it's good because it's like a.
I don't know which one she is though. I got a bunch of people. Oh wait. Oh, that's Squirrely. Griggle Groggle. Chris Fontaine. These are all Discord folks that I think they've written something to me, but I haven't responded to them. I'm sorry. Oh, here's Allegra. Oh, she said she loves my Paddington picture. Yeah,
oh yeah, cool? That was nice. That was cool. Yeah.
I know. It made me really sad.
It's very cool.
But, yeah. Yeah, I haven't been to Paddington Station where you're supposed to walk around and find like all the she sent me all these tax guides for US, UK tax residence, domicile stuff. It's so sweet. Awesome. Thank you. I'm going to look into this. I'm going through the rigmarole with an accountant right now. We don't have to talk about this right now, but yeah, thank you so much. I'll look into this for sure. The rigmarole with an accountant right now. But there's a Paddington Station in London, and I haven't been there. I don't even know really what's there.
Trains.
There is a train station. Yep.
Yeah, it's in the beginning.
It's
in the beginning of the movie.
Oh yeah. That's how he gets there, right?
Yeah, that's.
Paddington 2 is weird. It looks like a Wes Anderson film.
Yeah, that's kind of why I like it. Is I think it's like a Wes Anderson film, but my problem with Wes Anderson films is there's like no story to the films. Like, it's all style and no story. And Paddington 2 has like a really great story. Like, it has like a really, like, just structurally, like, everything kind of feeds into it. Like, there's no fat to it really. Like, you know, like every detail is kind of its own 3-beat story in a way. And I think it's just like I really like that, because it's like, it's not that I don't like Wes Anderson style. I don't like it when that's all it is. You know, it's just like when you don't have a story you can really sink your teeth into, it's, you know, it's nothingness to me.
Yeah. It's funny that it took Paddington 2 to show Wes Anderson how to make his own movies the right way.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's all this like circus stuff here too. They're like Piccadilly Circus, and there's like some other there's Oxford Circus. There's all these like stops. You're like, where's all this circus stuff going on? And then you like walk out and you're like, there's no circus. It's just buildings. It's like New York.
They're talking about the circus of people.
No, do I? You know, they're just yelling like that at each other. And you're like,
How do I feel about late game Adam Sandler movies? They have enough story for you? They're like, that's something completely different. Like, that's like a different type of there not being a story. Like, man, those are fucking weird. They're such weird movies.
Adam Sandler ones? Yeah, they're head scratchers, man. You're just like, how? Like, who is? Yeah, who are the people in the chairs?
It's definitely like not people that are like watching movies for the not to be like snobby. They're not watching movies for the same reason. They're like they're just like, let me see some jokes. Let me see some crazy characters.
Right.
Is it true that Sam's favorite movie of all time is Little Nicky? No, it is not.
What is your favorite Adam Sandler movie of all time?
Dazed and Confused and Everybody Wants Some are the purpose of those movies is specifically like that there isn't a story. Those movies are a vibe. Like it's less, there isn't an attempt to be like, this is someone and they're attempting to do this. And it's kind of closer to like French
There's
New
an
Wave.
obstacle that they have to overcome.
Yeah, which is like very much every Wes Anderson film is like, there's this person, they have this obstacle, they're trying to do this. And I also, like, one of the things I love about Rushmore, I'll say, is that movie, I think where it really succeeds is it is constant. It's this constant narrative misdirect. Like, if you look at it, like, every, like, motion of it kind of says, like, all right, this is what the movie's gonna be, in this kind of cliche way. Like, this movie's gonna be about this kid who has all these clubs, and then he gets kicked out of school right away, and then he falls in love with this teacher, and he's in love with his teacher, which is like the kind of like overarching thing, but it's like he's gonna do all these things to try and win over this teacher. And then Bill Murray comes in, and then it's like, oh, it's gonna be about this competition between them. It like shifts gear every 5 minutes in a good way, and it still maintains to like have you follow the characters within it and care about them and be invested in their outcome. And kind of like the movie really is like how Max Fisher is trying to figure out like his direction in his life. The movie feels like it's trying to figure out what kind of movie it is. By the end, it kind of nails it. And so I think that worked, and I think Wes Anderson has kind of gotten away from that since then.
All right, so Rushmore is your favorite Adam Sandler movie.
Rushmore's my favorite. No, Bottle Rocket's my favorite Adam Sandler movie. Did I see the new Bond movie?
What is your favorite Adam Sandler movie? God damn it.
What's my favorite Adam Sandler movie? Probably, I mean, Billy Madison.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, what are the other ones? Punch Drunk Love is really worth going back to. I mean, does those count? The ones that are not like Adam Sandler movies?
I think so. Because I think his personality added a lot to that character in Punch Drunk Love.
I probably still would say Billy Madison.
Yeah, gotta be. Dude, I mean, like that movie is unreal. It's like every other line. Like, it's the only movie that I can recite from beginning to end without hiccup.
Can you do it now?
No. What's the first
I wish the rest of the stream was just you reciting
oh, that would
Billy
be amazing.
Madison.
Maybe I should do a monologue one night. And it's the Billy Madison monologue, and I do every single character, every line.
You should watch it
That would be awesome.
right before the stream, and then attempt to by memory do the entire movie.
That would be awesome. We should all do our own version of it, Sam. And Zach would love to do this.
Do you know what I used to do?
You did it. Zach did it.
Which is like a fun thing. And then it kind of Chris Pratt kind of did this too, but Chris Pratt, yeah. But when I would go on camping trips with friends and we'd be like sitting around the fire, I'd be like, all right, here's this story, and I would tell the plot of a movie like it's a campfire story, and it was always super fun. So once there was this guy, he was a hacker named Neo, and he got visited by someone. He got a message that said, "Follow the white rat," and it's just like a fun thing to do. Chris Pratt kind of did that in Parks and Rec, right? That's Chris Pratt, right? Yeah, Chris Pratt, so. The new Mario.
I never did Parks and Rec. Should I go watch that?
It's okay. I don't know.
I know, like, that's the thing, is like, I don't want to invest fucking like 80 hours in something that it's okay. Like, then I just feel like I'm completely not being productive or wasting so much time.
Here's a question for you.
Andy Mack says that show rules.
Have you seen The American Office?
I have. Not a lot of it, though.
Not a lot. I would.
But a few episodes.
I would watch The American Office, maybe start from like season 2, and you can probably drop it after like season 5. But it is really, really great. And it's also like watching it now, having the British Office is so great, but like they're different things. And
right.
Yeah, if you watch it from like season 2 and it starts to kind of break, because like the thing with the first season is they like straight up did like episode for episode the British Office.
Right. And that, I think that was like how I tried to watch it, and I was like, oh no, they're doing it all wrong. This is like not.
Call this show Mediocre Boys. Hey, we're all welcome to have our own opinion, bud.
I like that though. Mediocre Boys.
All right. That's the name. Mediocre Boys.
Tea. We should call it Mediocre Tea.
Rungina says Mediocre Boys, like Mediocre Boys. Tapioca Boys. I like that. The Ordinary Boys. The Basic Boys. What are your favorite comedy shows? That's an interesting conversation. I'll say this. The first thing that came to mind is one of the funniest moments in TV. That the hardest times I've laughed is
the tattoo thing.
The tattoo thing?
Yeah, the tattoo British show that you showed.
Oh,
the Inked.
I wasn't talking about that. That's so great.
Well, why don't you grab?
Can we show
that and show it on the next
Yeah,
because it is amazing. We will watch it like 10 times in a row.
Oh,
and we will all laugh.
I have something amazing to share. I don't know if I'm set up to share, but I have something amazing to share.
Is it about taxes?
No, it's not. I'll do a YouTube Fiesta. So I'm going to send you a YouTube Fiesta link, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Go fuck yourself. Daleka. Sam, have you seen any new clips? I think I asked you that, did I ask you that last week? Have you seen any new clips from the Mars movie?
No, I haven't. I have not. Okay. All right,
there's talk of an NFT being made.
Oh, yes, that is true.
I hear rumblings of something from the Mars movie becoming an NFT.
Oh, also
could be purchased.
Did you hear about Mark Cuban just start like heavily invested in this company? Mark Cuban just donated. He just heavily invested in this company that
he
their
donated
whole thing.
$5. Thank you, Mark Cuban.
their whole thing is, yeah. Hey guys, this is Mark Cuban. Just want to say I love the show. To Mars.
Go fuck yourself, $, $5. Thanks, buddy.
He invested in a company that makes NFTs out of clips from Twitch. So we could sell Timmy eating the hot sauce as an NFT. We could sell moments
well,
like...
Does it have to be animated, or can it be like a real live...
No, it's a clip from Twitch. That's the thing that Mark Cuban is doing.
Yeah, I didn't know you could use real live. I thought they all had to be like animated.
No, I mean that's what this company does. I forget what it's called. Chat, help me out.
Del Buckerson and Myers. Dude, I'm with you. I want to turn that into a series. For sure.
All right.
For sure. There was this this plane that I took like at 5 a.m, and the steward, the guy like made all the announcements. He was like, after everything he said, he would say, "For real, for real." Like, put in your seatbelt, for real. I mean, after literally every sentence, and he had like the whole plane like just laughing at like 5 a.m. It was amazing. Who is this guy?
All right.
It looks really good right now.
Yeah,
I think
I know.
for chat.
Here, I'm back. If you go to the private voice, I just sent a link to the YouTube.
Press the video button. Wait.
If you go to the, or not the private voice, the WKUK private above the voice, the one with the hashtag next to it.
Okay. I clicked it. Now what? Oh, click on this.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm ready.
All right. I just gotta make sure. Okay. Cool. Let me see.
Yeah, don't let us forget about this, like, Billy Madison monologue.
All right. Yeah.
Thing. I think that's such a fun idea. And see how long somebody can go. I wonder how long you could go without laughing. It should be live. You'd have to do it live and try. Whoever can get the furthest wins. Or maybe it's like there's like, you judge it on like 3 merits, and one is like, you know, how deep you go into the movie is one. Another one is like how good your impressions of all the different characters are.
I love this.
Yeah. And
all right.
And we can have everybody like vote in.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah. I think. Yeah. I'm ready.
Oh, wait. Crap. I'm not ready. Hold on. Where's this going?
Suntan lotion. It's good for me. What are we watching? Is it a surprise? That can tell me?
This song's good. Look, what's he doing?
You seen this?
They're just putting down the weapon.
What am I witnessing right now?
Guys, this is important. Nahewa. Nahewa. Imagine how bad video games would be. What if there was peace in video games, guys? What if there was peace? Guys, wouldn't video games be great if we just didn't fight?
I didn't hear that whole thing.
Do you needed to
You
turn?
didn't play it on YouTube Fiesta.
I did play it on YouTube Fiesta.
No, I just had a blank screen. But so I switched over to Twitch, and I saw everybody could watch it on Twitch. So I was like watching it there, but I couldn't hear it.
Oh.
So is it a World of Warcraft ad?
No, it was an ad for Coca-Cola where a guy is playing. Wait, chat. Could you guys hear it? Because I saw it on the meters.
Yeah, they could hear it.
All right.
I have seen the President's Staff trailer.
Right.
A wanker. Yeah, that's a good one.
A guy's playing in a big video gaming tournament in a stadium filled with people watching, and people are watching all around the world, and they're losing, and they go, "Oh, I just got to drink a Coke. Got to eat a Coke," and they drink it up, and then all of a sudden the orcs does the whole Requiem for a Dream thing where it's and envisions itself getting born, and then looks at all these people dead on the battlefield and says, "What?" and throws down his axe, and everyone's watching it what am I watching? What's happening here? They're actually choosing peace in a video game, but video games are about war. And everyone's so moved by it. And then a wizard comes and turns this war-torn world, this world of Warcraft, into grassy knolls. And there's all this music that's going, "Na highway, na highway, na highway." Which I don't think that's offensive what I did, because I think they made up that song. That's not a real language. Licorice Liquor said, "You heard Nahiaway? I heard Allegra." Yeah.
Allegra. Nah highway. Have you heard the song Nah Highway?
Nah Highway. Yeah. The world of Peacecraft.
Can I watch that on YouTube? I'll watch it later after this. And I'll laugh by myself.
Yeah, search we can watch you watching it on YouTube. One Coke away from each other. Real magic is what the title of the thing is. Oh, wait. Oh, you're not in here. That's what's wrong. I didn't check if you were in here.
Hey, do you think well, they probably don't, but like whenever they make like a sequel Disney movie, like if it's like The Lion King 2 or it's like The Little Mermaid 3, um and they ask like the main actor to come and do the voice, are they like, yeah, but I mean it only pays like $300 this one that we're doing. It's like really shitty quality. We're only like throwing in like $5,000 and that's it, but we're making it.
Wait, Disney would like just be like, yeah, this one's gonna be shitty for like the straight to video ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, do you think they went to
yeah,
like Robin
sometimes.
Williams after getting like a $50 million paycheck? Well, maybe probably not that big.
Well,
and then for the second one, they were like, we need you to do it again, but this time for like 20 grand.
well, here's the real deal: is that he probably has something in his contract that says we have like the right to do a sequel, and you know they before making the first one have his how much he would make set in that. That's how a lot of like stuff works, is they go like, all right, you're getting paid this much, and if we make a sequel, this is how much you're gonna get paid, just a little bit more.
Oh, you think they even get paid more for the straight to video ones?
Or maybe that there is like a clause that's like, if we make a sequel
If we
and
make
it's
this
straight
shitty
to video,
straight to video one,
you only get paid this much. You know, that's actually what the lawsuit that what's her name, Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson. She had this lawsuit where in her contract for Black Widow, she made a certain percentage of the box office of the movie, but since it went straight to streaming because of COVID, they were like, oh, you don't make that money. Like, even though we're making a ton of money off this, we're selling it for $30 a pop on streaming. You don't get that.
It's not going to the theater. Hi, thank you, Ron Gina. He did a 669 gift.
Right, here's Beansy said there was
has a whole paragraph he wrote in here.
It's pronounced Beansy. There was a contract clause that said Genie wouldn't be used in the marketing because Robin Williams didn't want that for whatever reason. Cut to months after he recorded his material, and the ad campaign relied on Genie heavily. So he dipped out for 2, and Homer Simpson voice Dan Castellaneta stepped in. Robin Williams came back for Aladdin and the 40 Thieves, but he wasn't there for Jafar's New Glasses. Huh.
Wow. Thank you. That answered our questions right away and to the point. And even, I'm guessing the sequels are labeled correctly. I believe it. That's funny. So Dan Castellaneta did the Robin Williams, or did the Genie.
Yeah.
I want to hear that.
I don't.
Don't
care.
You don't. You don't want to hear
it. I saw Squid Games. Everyone's talking about these Squid Games. Have you heard about this?
No. What is it?
It's this Korean show on Netflix. Where it's
is it a game show?
No, it's a dramatic series. It's like if Battle Royale was 10 episodes long. It's all these people who are like broke and in debt and stuff like that get put into this thing called the Squid Games, and it's on this mysterious island, and it's like little kids games like red light green light, but like if you lose they shoot you. But if they win like millions of dollars. It's
So
the
it's like the
same
whole battle
Korean
royale thing
stuff
again,
all the
kind of.
Americans like. Yeah. It's like battle royale, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, they did that so well. I guess they're just trying to like reinvent it.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Korean action movies get slept on. What's a good Korean action movie's Punished Anus?
Jamie, I think I gotta go bed. Go to bed.
Are you getting tie?
Gotta go bed.
Oh, maybe I'll play some games with
You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Darren, we're losing Darren. Darren, you gonna go bed? Maybe if I keep waving. Oh, I think Darren just went to bed. Let's see if he comes back. Here he is. Darren?
Hello.
You going to bed? You going to bed?
Yeah, I was saying I was gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
But it froze again.
I was waving bye to you. We could hear you.
All right. Well, I just want to come on here and say I wasn't trying to like bounce that hard.
Oh yeah.
I don't bounce that rough. I used to do like
That's
Irish
okay if you
goodbyes
had
a
to,
lot.
yeah.
Back in my drinking days, when I was
Feels
just like,
good.
when I hit that wall, and I was just like, I'm not gonna go through the whole. I'm just gonna go, and no one's even gonna remember to think about, or the next day. People will like for a half a minute, they'll be like, hey, Darren didn't even say bye, and then the next thought will come into their drunken mind, and they'll all just carry on. That was like my thought whenever I did
tried that. I
goodbyes.
tried that once, Irish goodbying, and people got so offended, and people were like, "You would really like hold that back from me and not give me the goodbye, and I just miss you so much, and I like you so much that." And so yeah, so then I could never do it because people just liked me that much. But yeah, people are fine with you Irish goodbye, and sure, yeah.
Yeah, everybody's happy with it.
Everyone's like, "Oh, good, Darren left. Do you say goodbye?" Thank God, no.
What's so funny is you're all right. There we go. You were frozen on the Discord, and so the only way that I could hear what you were saying back to me was through Twitch, which was on a huge delay. Yeah. So
what the fuck is an Irish
Anyways.
goodbye? Irish goodbye is when you don't say goodbye and you just leave. You're out with a bunch of people, and just at some point you go, you know what? I'm done, and you leave.
yeah, you just walk out when you're done. You don't say bye to anyone.
Yeah,
Basically it.
basically it.
All right, you want to do this again next week?
Yeah, let's do this again next week.
And let's have a name. Let's have a brand.
Yeah.
Let's have a pitch. Let's have a tagline.
Cutie Boys.
You know?
I like Cutie Boys is pretty
let's
good.
get all. Yeah, Cutie Boys. Oh yeah, Cutie Pie.
Cutie Pies. The cuties.
All right. I love you all, chat. So good to see you guys.
See you there.
See you
I'm gonna
next
hang
week.
on.
And okay, yeah, hang on. And I think Timmy does want to get on to one of these. He's warming up to it. So he sent us all an email, and I think we all Irish emailed him, and we didn't write him back. So actually, I'm gonna go write him back right now.
Irish email
on that
him,
email he sent, and let's
this has to be full window to. As soon as it's not full window. Oh, weird. Very weird. All right. Let me see. Sorry about that. Start my Origin launcher. It'll take me a sec to get this together, but all right. You could play it with him now. Dang, I was gonna ask Nate if you wanted to play. Yeah, why not play it now? Okay, remembered my password first try. Now I know how passwords work. My game library. Expires in a couple days. Oh, that's dumb. I hate that, the open beta ending. We should just be playing it, you know? When does Battlefield fully drop? I think not for like a month. One password over very much worth it. I should do a password service. Maybe after Nate, because Nate can only play Battlefield for a little bit, so maybe I used to play Overwatch, not much anymore. Okay. Let's see. Give me a second to set this up. And hide this. And okay, yeah. Okay, let's see if this works. Ooh, okay. All right, so that's working ish. Now here's the problem. Okay. Okay. Oh, god damn it. Jesus Christ. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Alright, wait. Here's what I'll try. Make it really small. And then when I click on it, close. Click off of it, it gets really small. Click back on it. Close. Just a little bit better. Sorry, guys. Alright, that's good. There we go. Sorry. Yeah, he said I'm gonna leave. No, it's the same time. Darren went to sleep. Sorry, guys. And now I'm going to play some Battlefield. Don't you think that kind of looks like Jake Gyllenhaal? Wait, why is that? What the fuck? Here we go. Oh, board. Oh, okay, I see. I think I fixed it. But now it's just this logo. Hey, anyone have any questions right now? Well, I hope this is working and we're just waiting for it to load. Yeah, what game is this? Beta was super choppy. Where am I? I don't know. How should I know? Top 3 Carpenter films. The Thing. I would have to look at a list of his movies to pick 3, because I'd be afraid I would be like missing something. I mean, off the top of my head, I would say The Thing, Big Trouble in Little China, and They Live, but I feel like I'm missing like something. I saw Christine, that was really good. Oh, also, I saw Malignant, that was cool. Yeah, Halloween's great. I mean, it like launched his career. I wouldn't. It's not the like I like Black Christmas better than Halloween. It's not my favorite slasher movie, even though it's like this really cool indie movie that started like a genre. And there's just others around that time that I think I like better. Escape from New York's pretty darn good. Let's see. Yeah, Christine was cool, but yeah, I'd have to go The Thing, Big Trouble in Little China, They Live. Alright, is this not working? Have you ever played No. Sam, are you a fan of Metroid? The new one dropped today, yes. I've beaten the first one. Alright. Ooh, I can broadcast gameplay. Oh. Hmm. Alright, something's wrong here. Close that. Go back in here and start it again. Okay. Do I have any sexy public beta loading screens stories, Drip Dingus? How fun is it to come up stuff with Wanda Sykes, Rich Fulcher, or Jermaine Clement? To say I mean, like, it's really fun because there's this kind of like, even though, you know, we never like got to meet them and like directly interact with them, there is this kind of thing where you write a line and then later on you see the animatic and you see, like, hear what they do with that line or hear them like improvise on something, and it's like, oh, that's really cool. All right. Okay, this is going better than last time. It is magical. It is a magical process. It is also like there's a certain element that is, you know, disappointing. That it's like, you know, like you make something and you're really excited about it, and then like, you know, it doesn't get the most attention from the network when it like comes out, and so kind of, you know, you realize how much you yourself are responsible for like trying to make people see what you've done, and yeah, I don't know. It's great though. Let me see. Can I spawn in on? Oh, I don't want to be the old lady. I want to be this dude. I want to be Jake Gyllenhaal. It is kind of choppy. Someone mentioned that.
Just a few sectors left to secure.
So this has that thing where, you see, we have 1,483 lives left, or tickets left, and the other guys have 1,467. It's a very big map. And you just kind of go around and kind of...
Occupied sector Charlie.
kind of do your shit, you know? If it gets stormy, watch out for some interesting events. Okay. Those are the good guys. This helicopter's get lower. Oh. Hey Nate, if you're watching this, jump into the Whitest Kids Twitch. Or not Twitch, Discord. What a waste. Yeah. Why can't I freaking... Alright, you know what? Yeah! I killed Matty Ice. And I think I'm jumping into Nate's game. I think that's why it kicked me out. Nate? Alright, yeah, so Nate's here. Hey! I just got killed by someone named Limp Bizquick.
That's awesome. I'm in a truck. Have you flown the jet?
Yeah.
It's super hard when there's another guy who's really good at jets.
Most things would be.
American forces have taken Foxtrot sector.
Super hard to do against someone who's really good at that thing you're trying to do.
Yeah, it's as soon as you get in the jet, they're like shooting you down and all up in your business. I'm really good at the transport helicopter. But I don't think you get as many points being support. Assists, like driver assists, are hard to get points for.
Ah, crap. I have the rocket, the anti-aircraft rocket launcher. Nice. That's a hit. And the best way to use it is you lock onto them and they'll know that you're locked on and fire their flares. And then you lock onto them again as soon as they fired their flares. You like wait to shoot. Oh, did I die from fall damage there?
Oh, it's a good grenade, guy. It's a good grenade. I realize that you gotta play this. You really gotta play it together. So I'm just gonna spawn it.
I'm with our team. You gotta play it. What do you mean you gotta play it together?
Play as a squad.
Well, I'm with my squad right now.
I know, I'm dead. I'm gonna go with a supply.
Delta sector has been seized by hostiles. Our situation
Behind you.
Securing objectives.
That was sight. Ooh, kill me. Also, you know, you can revive anybody.
There's a guy right behind us. This guy's coming down the hill, right behind us.
I'm dead. I'm waiting for a revive.
I thought that you were this King Peter.
The guy's just not reviving. Guy, come down there.
A bunch of people went like this way. Now, yeah, Darren and, or Nate's Darren.
Where's Darren?
Keep the American forces out.
He had to go to bed. It's like 1 a.m. or something like that.
Our forces have taken a substantial blow.
We gotta take this flag right here.
Yeah.
Oh shit! That guy just came out of the ground. Did you see that? The guy who killed me just came up out of the ground.
Literally, like through the cement, or like
Just through the cement. Yeah. What sucks is I threw my sentry gun down and I'm downed, and it disappeared.
Those are all bad guys.
Are we good guys?
Yeah, we're always good guys.
Or are we Russian?
Alpha sector secure.
Where do you want to go? I get the transport helicopter. Oh, you're already down.
I'm gonna get an assist there. Oh, god damn it.
Get me up from here!
Hey. Nice. The sound in this game's really good.
Yeah.
The enemy has Bravo sector.
Ah, fuck. A little too early. A little rocket happy there.
I'm behind you. Where are you going? This way?
Get to the bar marker!
Somebody has a pencil. Oh shit.
Reloaded, watch it!
when the screen turns into blue.
Yeah, I don't know either. I was just thinking that.
Just need a second.
We have taken Bravo sector.
Give me a fucking second. Let's get.
Where do you want to go? Do some objective.
Should we go to B? Or D?
Is on the roof?
Yeah.
Alright, go D.
Oh, I guess I can't climb up that way.
You want to go through? Oh wait, I wonder if we can call in a car.
Oh yeah. What is
Oh, I
that,
can
B?
call in this thing. Thought I called it. Recall. Flag.
Oh, fuck.
Sector has been seized by
Somebody's sniping at
hostiles.
From just above the tunnel to the left. He's hopping down now.
Shoot, crawl.
He's hopping down. Watch out.
Oh, motherfucker. Got an assist for that?
I'm going to save you. You're barely hurt.
Yeah, baby.
Ah, fuck.
Requesting medical assistance.
Somehow I switched to the computer to call the thing out, and it won't let.
There's a guy right above the tunnel right now. He's directly above. Now he's on the left side. He's getting ready to drop down.
If you're looking at the tunnel,
He's
on the
coming
left or
down.
the right?
He's on the left
your
looking
side?
at the tunnel. Yeah, if you run out now you can get him because he's right by that tube by the tunnel. That metal. He went this way.
We have captured all of Foxtrot sector.
Oh, he's shooting. Yeah, he was prone underneath that bullshit. Got him.
Nice.
I got a noob tube, but it doesn't really work. I think more dudes are gonna come over the top here.
Let's see.
Do you hear harmonica music?
I heard that for a second. I think there's radios in like cars and stuff.
I mean, a car is near it. Sweet if we could. Oh, I just.
Stand by.
Oh shit.
I tagged on the map. I don't know if it showed up. You see him? He's like on the road outside of the tunnel. Kind of near where my body is. He might. He's
Yeah.
coming right at you, chasing you. Turn around. Oh, he just went into the tunnel.
I think that's a good guy.
We have to kneel.
Oh.
I hope they fix that. I don't even have kneel. Whoa. Tried to spawn on you and I spawned on a completely different guy.
Whew, it's wild.
Half the resources have been expended.
Okay, 7. That's still really close. Ah, shit. How long do I have to wait to go fuck myself? I'm here for all the whitest kids, Trevor too. He was one I watched the most, but I can't imagine what it's like losing a brother like that. Closest thing I've lost is my father. Lost my father too. But that's not even close to the same thing.
I thought he was going to say Trevor's my favorite, and I was going to say, oh man, you have to break the news to this guy.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh, I got bad news for you, buddy.
I haven't seen Trevor on here in a while. I actually had to, if in the beginning of the stream I was talking about this yesterday, I was talking about how I went to 2 memorials to a friend, like that were, it was Trevor's memorial and this other guy Neil's memorial. And I was talking to someone and they were like, Neil's dead? And they knew they had just forgotten because the memorial was so late after the feud. Yeah. So loud.
Ooh, headshot, Chatow. Chatowed him.
I think it's the gifting. I'm gonna get to the top of this thing.
Oh, there's a guy shooting me. Just shooting guys in the air, parachuting off the building. Hilarious.
I'm on the building right now.
Our forces have taken all of Alpha Sector.
Oh, shit. Fuck. Ah, fuck. Fuck me, huh? It's a bummer you can't crawl.
You can.
You can?
Oh, while you're down. Yeah.
While you're dead, yeah.
Not while you're down now.
Alright, looks like...
We control most sectors on the battlefield.
Tagging could be better.
Oh yeah, totally.
I could just tag the guy. I don't think he shows up on anyone's map. He barely shows up on my map.
They have secured Echo Sector.
I streamed this for a little bit last night.
Yeah.
And what was funny, maybe it was the other night, but do you remember there was like a message board that was like game related, Nerdborg.
Oh yeah.
And a few names popped in. And
Oh yeah, I
I
was there.
recognize those names. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
And you thought it was people lying.
Well, you know, it is the internet.
U.S. forces now control target.
Make a plan and execute. This will hurt them.
Alright, I do drink, so just stay alive, because that'll help you out.
Nice.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
We need to secure more sectors before the whole map falls.
There's a guy over this way. Yeah. Hopefully. Let's get it, Ranger Dog.
Yeah, buddy.
Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck.
Ranger Dog's still there, though. Come on. Fucking dog. I'm gonna switch to medic, I think.
Oh.
Old lady. You ever read that book, Old Man's War?
No.
That's what I think about when you select the old lady.
What's the old man's war? Ooh, Duke of Dab says, I want to date all of you. Well, we can be casual, but I'm not committing to anything, okay?
Are you in an open relationship? Are you allowed to date stream
no.
viewers? Is that
Yeah, I'm allowed to date any stream viewers as long as they follow, you know. Yeah, some blood on my shoulder. Let's start a polyamorous harem. Yeah. Sounds fun.
Where do we go from here?
Up the stairs.
Charlie sector is now under U.S. command.
Oh, come on. I got like all fucking laggy right when this dude was jumping me. It's a bummer. Sam's abusing his power on us. Cancel him. Oh, yeah. True.
Be more careful next time.
The cool thing as a medic is I bring you back to life full health.
Oh. Oh, fuck. If only he brought me back to health and reloaded.
We're in full command of Delta sector.
How's the stream doing tonight?
It's doing good. It's doing good.
I miss Friday nights on the stream, you know, because it was like COVID, so I wasn't really doing anything anyway.
Yeah.
News was the flagship. It was like, oh, something to do. And now I've had to like figure out social. I'm gonna spawn on Kenshi Rivan. Oh, I should have spawned in that supply hub. I did get an assist for marking a guy somebody else killed, so that's kind of cool, right?
I guess.
Foxtrot sector has fallen to hostiles.
Ah, crap. Are we winning? Hear the music
I
starting.
remember, you is when one team needs 200 music. I remember about this game was one of the first times I was playing this game a lot when I got the Turtle Beach headset, like my first real surround headset, and I was like, holy fucking shit, I can hear everything going.
We hold all
Totally
Delta
changed the
sector.
game. I wish they need to fix how you identify enemy better. Because I keep shooting at guys and then I'm like, oh wait, they're not.
We have them cornered. They will be
Well, there's an easy way to tell. The red guys are the enemies, and the green guys are the good guys. Blue and green.
Yeah,
So
but sometimes,
I know that
you notice
confuses.
the guy
Yeah.
kills you when he's not red.
Yeah, I know. I'm just joshing you.
American troops occupying most of the map.
I'm at the tower if you want res on.
Oh, I just died on the roof. I'll res on you in a second.
Like at the roof, yeah. Oh shit, fuck. I noticed the SMGs. Dudes always destroy me with the SMG. Wait, am I alive?
I need medical help.
Have you fucked around with the armor plates at all?
No.
I don't think it really does anything.
Going to D1 because looks like we're in trouble in D1. Ugh.
Please! I need help!
Yeah, people shred with those SMGs. What I'm gonna do? Do sniper rifle. On A.
I'm going to A.
Shit. Oh, come on. Collaboration with Josh. Sam was into VR before it was cool. No, I was against VR before it was cool. And now I'm kind of into it. Now that I've actually tried it. Steal a jet airplane. You just gotta wait till they spawn. Do drone.
Oh, fuck you, you fucking dick.
The American forces are nearly defeated.
Nice work, everyone.
Oh, we are the Russians. I guess you can tell because of the accent. What the fuck?
Need to secure more sectors before the whole map falls.
I'm not allowed to turn or I'll fall off the fucking thing.
Medical supplies here. Injection ready.
See, they always fire the flares when you're aiming. But now their flare has to reload and...
Reloading now.
Oh, got him in the butthole.
U.S. forces now control Charlie sector. They're abandoning Starting the fight.
Ah, I almost got that fucking helicopter down. Sick.
Time. Got like half 20 minutes.
One more. Una más. Did you download the games, the free games on PS Now?
No, what are they?
Hell Let Loose.
Don't know it.
It's kind of like this, I think. It's like I guess it's really good. It's like an organized, like huge multiplayer first-person shooter, where like a player can be like a commander. VR chat WKUK would be awesome. Someone says.
What's VR chat?
I don't know.
Just a chat about VR? Or like
I think
chat
that's
in
chat
VR?
in VR. Dull Senses Boy for the VR name, playing off Dull Boys earlier. It's World War II big war game. Like it's like one of those games where you can like be the commander and everyone's set up into units and you're supposed to like stick with your unit.
Where you spawning?
On the roof. The roof.
Help me up!
Looking dicey. We're at half strength. Hostiles control sector 5.
Don't let me go! Please! I need help!
Doesn't know. Oh, I see. So
Here, come get this health. Oh, right there.
Soldier down.
oh fuck. Where'd that guy come from?
I need a
Where are you?
medic!
Oh, hold on.
On the helipad.
I'm here to help. Stay alive and keep an old man company, huh?
There's a health below you if you come down off of that thing. For some reason, I'm a healing engineer. I don't know how.
On my partner!
Oh, the guys just dropped on the roof.
Another
Nice. I fucking sniped a parachuter in the air.
Ow! Ow!
Where are all these guys shooting at? It's the real long shots. shooting at me?
If we don't stop them, they'll take every sector.
Oh shit, fuck. Ah, I almost had that lock.
We've secured Sector Foxtrot.
Hey, stay up, I'll res it.
Alright.
Don't let me die!
Oh, don't think this one. Oh, see ya. Oh, be careful, you're gonna fall off the roof.
Oh, okay.
Most sectors now occupied by hostiles.
Reloading now.
Yes. What the fuck just hit me off of the...
Taking Sector Echo.
This is the one that I just hit. God damn it. Ah, man. It's wild there's a person who's career consumed. Yeah. It's weird jobs that people have sometime, you know? Wow, living on the edge, Aerosmith. Yeah. Arrow slits. Do Russians now with mouths open wider?
We must push the Russians off those objectives. The enemy has captured Sector Delta.
Oh yeah, dinged him.
Have to reload!
Fucking threw a grenade right at it.
Oh come on, nice shot that guy. Just hang out here for a sec.
Only a few sectors remain unsecured.
Get up! Incoming fire! Enemy up!
Ah, crap.
Help me stand!
You got Sector Charlie.
What stories is that?
What's hitting us there? Oh, I guess it's this dude.
There's gotta be an easier way to snipe.
Tango is down! I'm reloading!
Ooh, guy knifed me.
Whew. I'll show you a peninsula. None if you have the Crimea River. They just do adult films in hotels, so the maid's jobs and stuff. And Airbnbs. I see Sam finally pressed T.
Jade.
Ah, fuck. This game's craziness. Yeah, that building's really good for sniping because, like, if you're shooting down on people, there's like no bullet drop, so you can aim directly at people. It's all about range, though. I mean, like, people are fucking far. Like,
when you're running around as a sniper, what is that circle on the ground below you? Is there a way to, like, do something?
I don't know. They're like growing. Is it? Does it?
Most sectors now occupied by hostiles.
The rocket ship is about to take off. You see that?
Oh yeah.
It actually took off.
Yeah.
I heard there's a 10% chance of a tornado too.
Oh really? I've had a storm happen.
Yeah.
I've been playing. Oh, did you see that headshot? That was huge.
Reloading now.
Are there better scopes or is that close?
There's
let's see.
We have taken sector Foxtrot.
Oh, this one, yeah, this one goes closer actually. It's a tank. Right there. I'm taking.
Time to reload. Damn, that hurts!
just got nailed right next to you. Oh no, I got nailed with a guy who's really, really close. He's right below us.
Don't let me die!
You guys should res me.
Oh, where?
Heal me! I need help!
Tango down!
Meatballs.
Reloading!
They have control of Sector Echo. To start securing sectors, enemy has majority control.
Enemy is down!
Alpha objectives under control. Sector secure.
Ooh, I'm down again. Oh, my body fell all the way down.
Oh, that sucks.
This could be the final wave. Russians are short-handed.
Where's that guy sniping at me? Oh, fuck. Good shot.
No margin for error.
Victory!
Russians are retreating.
Two in a
Spectacular
row.
work out
Two in a
there.
row. We did all the hard work. All right.
How many kills and assists
Damn it, I
did you
could've-
get?
30 kills, 75 assists.
That's not true. It tells you kills and assists in the same thing.
There's no way to tell. There's no way to tell. All right. Good game.
Alright.
Tell the chat I said hello.
Chat, Nate says hello. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna back out. I'm gonna raid.
Cool. All right. Bye, guys.
See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Oh. Remember that? Good games, guys. It's just fun. Ooh, guys, let's hang out with Linus Tech Tips, huh? I've been watching some Linus. I like the guy. I don't know. I don't care what you say. Thanks so much for watching. I want to make sure I don't screw up the raid again like I did last time. Oh, Linus Tech. That's what it is. Guys, enjoy the raid. Thanks so much for hanging out. I had a blast. Nighty night. Good seeing you. Peace.
Heck yeah. Right. Great. Okay, so are we good? Like, is everything... Oh, we still... Freaking... Hold on a second, hold on a second. Bloody hell. Can you lose the lower third for a sec? Okay. Luke, we gotta do a thumbnail here.
For what is it again? What is the title?
I don't know yet. Man, this is 2 HD. You can see every little stupid hair sticking out of my hair. Good lord, it's too good.
Yeah,
We need
someone said they can analyze all my beard hairs.
We need to dial it the F back a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like we know what we're doing at all a little bit. Okay, let me just see if... oh, I don't have paint.net on here. How on earth will I create this glorious... glorious thumbnails?
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can you imagine calling your application paint.net and not owning the paint.net domain?
Burbs. No. Well, okay, one, yeah, not at all. But two, when the birds are here, everyone complains that the birds are here.